talk about driving schools. Craig, as I said yesterday, you were talking about how important it is to attend driving school. Can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, well, in the United States of America, getting a driver's license is very difficult. You have to be breathing to get one, and that's pretty much it. It's really nothing. You go and you take a written test and a quick driving test. They make you make a circle around the DMV, and that's it. You get a driver's license. So as you can probably imagine, as an international destination, we have a lot of
Right.
people coming here into this country to come live here, and they come from different countries, and they're trying to learn the rules of the road. They don't all speak English, that kind of stuff. But that's only just a tiny part of what we're dealing with on the roads. The other thing is a lack of driver education. And driver schools like Bob Bondurant, which is now Radford, Skip Barber, Jim Russell, Hooked on Driving, all these places exist for young people to go out and learn how to drive. Most people, young people, including my son, learn to drive from Gran Turismo. And then he gets in an actual car and he realizes that physics actually apply, and that if you crash, there's no reset button to fix the car. So there's that coming of age and that reality that happens. And the simple fact of the matter is that if you want to be faster with any car, no matter if it's a Fiat Panda or a Honda S2000, you need to go to a safe place where you can test the limits of the cars. Canyon roads are not safe places. The road conditions are unpredictable, and the consequences are severe. So, I learned in shifter carts, and I think, Avik, have you ever done shifter carts? Probably have, right?
Shifter cars, no. I've went to the Jim Russell Racing School to get
There
my
you go.
license.
So there you go.
So
But
yeah,
he's got natural talent, okay? For people like me who don't have talent but have goals, we go to racing school so that we can become mediocre enough not to embarrass ourselves on a racetrack.
there's no racetracks here, so
Yeah. So, and the other thing, another reason why I drive a GTR, because that car forgives a lot of mistakes. You have to be really, really bad to hurt yourself in that car or make a lot of bad choices. So, but driving schools for a young person, and that is the way to have a lot of fun. And once I started doing driving schools, I never did the canyon run stuff again, where I'm going whipping through the canyons and crossing over double yellow lines, because you just can't get the same thing. You don't get a time slip out of it. You don't get a lap time. You're putting your lives in danger, and you just don't want to risk it. But you learn from professional instructors. You might think you know something, but when you got somebody sitting next to you who's critiquing you at every inch of the track, you learn a lot more. And I can't recommend it enough.
Let me ask the same question to Mr. Ovigan. We already know that prior to you starting your career as a professional race car driver, you've attended a driving school, professional driving school. Can you tell us how important that is, even if you're not planning to be a professional racer? What benefits can I get if Bangladesh had a proper driving school here?
I'll explain it in a very basic way. Say we're born at the same time, you and me, and I go to school and you don't go to school. You just stay at home and learn from the environment. Like, nobody's teaching you anything. You learn from real life experiences, and then I go to school. And then I sit on a seesaw and I know how it functions. But you sit on a seesaw and you're like, oh, it just goes up and down. But you don't know the physics of it, the basics of it. So that's the thing. When you go into a racing school, you understand the physics, the basics, how a car behaves, what can you do, what's the maximum you can push it, what's the minimum you can do with it. And like Craig said, when an instructor sits next to you and he's critiquing you all the time, it really makes a difference. Like all my races, when I go abroad, I have an instructor next to me. I hire them on purpose. It costs a bit more, but it's worth it. For my instructors, I'm winning the races. If I didn't have any instructors, I would be like fourth or fifth at max, even with all the talent that I have. So an instructor is really important. Yeah.